hope you're staying warm this cold weather. Let me try to adjust. Sorry, it's didn't think it was gonna be this far. Let me see if I can adjust this. Let me adjust. Anyways, last time, it was a while ago, a couple of weeks ago or something, I translated the first part of the first episode of Chainsawman. It did take like an hour to just translate how many pages only until here. We only covered 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, only 4 pages? Okay. So today I'm gonna do a better job. I'm gonna try to translate a little bit faster. Yeah. Also, just want to share with you, I did buy this newest book, Chainsawman Volume 22. I haven't caught up with the manga yet, so that's why I haven't opened it. It's 572 yen. Wow. When I was a kid, long time ago, like 20 years ago, it used to be like 350 yen, if I remember correctly. That's like less than $3. But now it's $3 something. Okay. So, sorry guys. Maybe I should have just prepared a little bit better. But be like that sometimes. Okay. Alright, let's see if this is better. Okay. This is good. Okay. This is good, I think. Yeah. All right. Let's start. So, what I do is, as a Japanese language teacher, I not only translate but also explain the grammar that's being used in this manga. So, not only can we enjoy reading Chainsaw Man, but also we get to learn the Japanese. So with that, just to quickly review, right? From the first page of Chainsaw Man. Okay. Key kitte, hey, cut the tree, get you 6万 daro. Monthly income is 60,000 yen, which is basically like $400 a month. And then the kidney that he sold was 120 man. That was about like 80K or something, maybe less than 80K. And then right eye was 30 man. That's about like 2K US dollars. And then he was talking about his testicle, selling one of his testicles. How much was it? It wasn't even 10 yen, which is about like $700, which is really cheap, right? And then he talks about the remaining debt that he has, this much, 3,800 yen. This is about 240K, about maybe 250K US dollars. He has that much amount of debt. And then he has this pochita, his pet pochita. And this is the first 2 pages that has the big picture. He kills devils, and by killing one devil, the average is about 30 man. That's about 2K US dollars. And because it makes a lot of money, that's why he continues to do it, right? Okay. And then here, こいつはトマトの悪魔ですね. He's a devil of a tomato. And then he would be getting about 40 man, 40 man, which is about $2,500. But then because he has debt, right? Like everything after everything was subtracted, he would only get 7만, which is about how much? 500 yen? Sorry, $500, maybe less than $500. And this is where we ended. Okay, so with that, let's continue translating and also learning the Japanese. Again, はい。まず、first of all, この7万円から水道代を払って、から is from, right? From this 7万円, like $500. 水道代, 水 is water, 道 is path, water path is like sewage, 代 fee, so water fee を払って、払う is to pay. So from this, $500, paying water fee, 他のとこ, this basically means no. The particle no can be either shortened to be just many times it's shortened as It's good to know that. 他のとこ. Toko is a shortened version of tokoro. 他のところ. Other places にしてる借金を払うと他のとこにしている借金 This one, 借金 means debt. We use the verb 借金をする借金をする Literal meaning to do that. To mean to owe money to somewhere. Right? So 他のところにしている借金 The debt that I owe from different places に払うと If I pay the debt that I owe from other different places 不思議だな不思議 Maybe some of you know the 不思議 ball that toy that used to be popular, I think. 不思議 basically means mystic. Oh, it's weird in this case. Like, depending on context, I would translate it as weird. Oh, it's weird. だな is like wondering. Oh, it's weird. もう残り. もう can mean already. 残り remaining. 1800円になっちゃった。1800円 This is about how much? $11 or something. $11 or $12. So, from last video that I took, right? By killing this tomato devil, the pay was 40万円, which is about $2,500. But then, subtracting all the debt that he has, including interest and everything, he only gets 1,800 yen, which is about $11 to $12 left for him to spend. Isn't that so depressing? Like working, risking your life, and killing the devil that was worth 2,500, and after everything, you just only get $11, $12. Really depressing. なっちゃった. This is a good grammar point. This one is the casual version of Teflon plus しまう. なってしまう. This is for either completion, like if you have read an entire book, you can say 読んでしまった。この本を読んでしまった。Or you can also imply that you did something regrettably. So, for example, if I say like 友達のケーキを全部食べちゃった。I unfortunately ate all the whole cake that my friend had. If you want to imply that you did it and you feel guilty about it, then this grammar point of teshimao is convenient. This casual version is, just to explain quickly, it is teflon plus shimau is how we use, right? If this teflon of whatever verb that you're using ends with te, then you change teshima with cha. So 何々ちゃう。例えば, for example, if you want to say 食べてしまう will be 食べちゃう. Yeah. If the teflon ends with de, like teflon of 読む is 読んでしまう will be 読んじゃう。 So just to let you know, it's a good ground point. So with that, he only has about $11 left after working really hard. 家に食い物ねえし、家に a home 食い物 again no 食い物食べ物 casual way to say 食べ物 food ねえし this ないし there's no food at home 今月は this month このお金で暮らさなきゃいけねえからこのお金 with this money this particle there is not the place of action there it's the other function which is by means of or using this money this month 暮らさなきゃいけないないないなきゃいけない is I have to this whatever verb change it to negative form that ends with ない replace e with きゃいけない would mean have to. So if you want to say I have to sleep, then the negative form of sleep 寝る is 寝ない right? And then from that 寝ない take off that e, replace it with きゃいけない寝なきゃいけない that would mean I have to sleep, right? So this one, what's connected with the きゃいけない is 暮らさなきゃいけない暮らさない is the negative form of 暮らす which means to live a life. So this month I have to live with this money, meaning $11. This month, for the entire month, he only has $11. And then ending with kara, which means because. Because I have to live with this money this month. ポチタ。だったった。今日の飯食パン1枚だぜ。今日の飯 This is casual, a rougher way to say ご飯 Sorry. ご飯 is food, today's meal. 今日の飯食パン is bread, loaf of bread, but this one 1枚 Mai is a counter for flat object, so one slice of bread. That's it. This is only one slice of bread is the meal for today. Sad. なんで長きをデビルハンターに雇ってるんですなんで Why? 長き This is shorter version of こんな This kind of ガキ is a rougher way to say 子供 Kid. So basically, instead of children, it's basically kid. This kind of kid. をデビルハンター Devil Hunter に雇ってるんです。雇ってる is the form of 雇う。雇う is to hire. This is basically a softener. Softener. It may... Sorry, my spelling is bad. Okay. Whenever you see this, it takes a little bit of time for me to explain, so I'm going to summarize it in a really short way. But it's basically a softener. Whenever you want to make it sound softer, you use this. So this one is basically, why are you hiring this kind of kid as a devil hunter? And then, 俺たちにしている借金を返すってんだよ。返させてんだよ。俺たち。たち is a suffix you can put to a noun, living being noun, to make it plural. Now, in Japanese, we don't need to add specific suffix or anything to make noun a plural. Any noun, for example, if I say neko, neko can be translated as a cat, or it can be translated as cats. Depends on the context. With the context, we translate. So with that, any noun can mean plural or singular. Again, it depends on the context. But, we do have some suffixes that we can put to specifically plural. In this case, tachi. Tachi is one of the suffixes you can put to specifically mean that you want to mean it as plural. So, oretachi. ore is a masculine way to say I. So I plural would mean us or we. 俺たちにしている借金 The debt that he, Denji, is owing us. The debt that he has from us を返させてる the casual version. Lu can be also replaced by to make it to be more casual. 返させる This one, 返させる comes from 返す 返す is to return. Okay. This one, from 返す to 返させる This is causative form, meaning this one means to make someone return. So he's basically saying he is hiring that kid, Denji, to make him pay them back the debt that he owes them. Okay? Causative form is pretty useful grammar point, so it's good to know. 正確には to be accurate, or in other words, depending on context, you can translate that way. But 正確 as a noun, it means accuracy. So to be accurate, あいつ that bastard. I did teach the あいつ kosoado. It's one of the variations of kosoado words. こそこいつ、そいつ、あいつ、どいつ、こいつ this bastard, そいつ that bastard, あいつ that bastard over there, どいつ which bastard. And this one is using あいつ。So, あいつの死んだクソ親父。クソ means shit. 親父 is a casual way of, a casual or rougher way of saying お父さん. So dad. So literal meaning is shit dad, which basically means like terrible dad. Yeah. 正確には to be accurate, あいつの死んだクソ親父 the shit dad that is dead, that is his dad. So, and then this no is the pronoun no, meaning this one implies that it's talking about the debt that Denji has. So actually, it means he says, he's hiring Denji to make him, pay back the debt that he owes this guy. But then he's like, to be accurate though, it's actually the debt from his past dad, who was a bastard or like terrible dad. Okay? And then the driver says, 悪魔を飼ってるやつにデビルハンターが務まるんですかね。はい、悪魔 devil を飼っている This one 飼う with this kanji. It's not the other kanji. 飼う is to own a pet. It's not the other cow, which is this kanji. This cow means to buy. So this one, owning pet, right? 飼っているやつ is basically a rough way to say persons. I would translate it as a guy. To the guy who owns a devil, devil hunter が務まる can fulfill a responsibility. So with that, he's asking, can I wonder? Kane comes from kana, meaning wonder. I wonder if guy who owns a devil can fulfill responsibility as a devil hunter, which implies none of the devil hunter owns a devil as a pet. ちゃんとしたデビルハンターはな、ちゃんと is also a good word. Like appropriate, correct. ちゃんとする to do something appropriately. So ちゃんとしたデビルハンター. Devil hunter who is like legit in this context, maybe legit devil hunter is 俺たちヤクザに悪魔の死体流してくれねえぞ. Again, 俺たち us. Yakuza. So now we find out that he and the driver are part of Yakuza, Japanese mafia. に悪魔の死体 dead body of devils 流してくれねえぞ. 流して comes from the verb 流す. Oops. 流す is to flow. To let something flow, meaning to give something in this context, meaning in this context, Denji is a devil hunter, is giving whatever devil that he kills to the Yakuza. And these Yakuza are selling those dead devils that they get from Denji. 流してくれないぞ. くれねえ comes from ない. くれないぞ. So this one comes from the grammar point. This is important one. Te form plus あげる. くれる. Oops. And then もらう. あげる literally means to give. Usually I give to someone or someone else gives to someone else. Or くれる means someone gives to me. So it also means give, but the implication is that someone gives to me. もらう is to receive. When you combine it with verb te form, then that means whatever verb that you use here, do this one for someone. For example, 私はたけしにご飯を作ってあげる. I cook food for Takeshi. I cook food for Takeshi, for Takeshi's benefit. くれる is also give, but the opposite direction. Like たけしは私にご飯を作ってくれた. Takeshi cooked for me. For my benefit, he cooked. もらう is similar to くれる meaning, but this one emphasizes more on yourself. I receive. So the meaning, for example, 私はたけしにご飯を作ってもらった. That would mean I had Takeshi cook for me. A little bit selfish way to say. But anyway, this grammar point is really important. It's used a lot. With that, what this means, legit devil hunters, they will not, because it's negative, they will not give the dead bodies of devils to someone like us, Yakuza. Like, give for us. That's why it's used in that te kureru. Meaning, because Denji is not like really legit or like, properly trained devil hunter, he's okay with selling the dead bodies of devils for money. So that's why he actually still hires him for that reason. And also because he owes them money too. But again, it's not the money that he, owes technically. It's his dad who died. So then and more, to add, it's a good conjunction. And more, Denji no ii toko. His good place or good point, good thing about him は逆らわねえとこだ. 逆らう. This one, ne again is the really casual version of nai. So 逆らわない. 逆らう means to go against, to rebel against someone. So his good point about him is that he doesn't disagree. He just follows the order. So I guess he's sincere in that sense. Okay. And then with that, the driver says, Oi, inu, hey dog, このタバコ食ったら100円やるよ。食ったら, this tara is really convenient. Whatever tara means, if. This ta, you want to know that it's from the past tense. Past tense. Whatever verb or noun or adjective that you connect, make that as past tense. When you make any word past tense in plain form, then it does end with ta, and just add la to that, and it's gonna mean if. This is really important. We use if all the time. So with that, 食ったら comes from the verb 食う. 食う is rougher way to mean eat. So with that, if you eat this tobacco cigarette, 100円やるよ. I'll give you, やる, give. Give or do. Slang meaning of やる is also to fuck. Okay, so I'll give, in this context, I'll give you 100 yen if you eat this cigarette. Hey dog, calling him a dog. Okay, which is of course like really super rude way to talk to someone. But then he's like, maji desu ka? Maji means real or really. Maji desu ka? De of desu ka can be replaced by small tsu. It makes it less polite. So like semi-casual, semi-casual, I guess. Maji desu ka? Oh, really? Itadakimasu. I'll have it. And then, gokun. He does swallow it. And then he just laughs at him. Ha 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 ha. Gokun is onomatopoeia for swallowing. Okay. At least the driver gives him 100 yen. Okay. また熊が出たら呼ぶ. Again, tara is used. In this case, it's connected with the verb deru. Deta is the past tense of the verb deru. Something comes out. So, mata again, akuma, devil. If a devil comes out again, yobu, I'll call you. Yobu is the call. Nigetara, again, tara is used. See, like tara is really important. Tara equals if. In this case, nigeta is the past tense of nigeru, to run away. So if you run away, buta no esa da kara na. Buta is pig. Esa is food. Food specifically for pets. So if you run away, you're gonna be food for pigs, meaning they're gonna, I guess, grind him and will feed him to pigs. Dakara. Dakara means because, but in this case, it means like so, meaning like if you run away, you're gonna be food for pigs. So, meaning, so don't run away, is what's implied. And then, oh, he actually didn't swallow. Bear is onomatopoeia for when you have your tongue out, bear. And then he says, これで3日は食えるな. Again, this day is the by means of function, not the place of action particle. With this, 3日, 3 days, は食える is the potential form of the verb 食える, can eat. With this, we can eat for 3 days. What a sad line. He's so poor and he has this beautiful pet. The onomatopoeia for when it's raining hard. この間聞いたんだけどさ。この間 the other day 聞いたんだ I heard だけど is but I heard this the other day but 普通 normally 食パン nya is the casual version of には the particle に and は to loaf of bread ジャム塗って食うらしいぜ. Jam is the jam. You put on bread. Nutte is the form of nuru, to apply jam on a loaf of bread. Ku rashi is a good one. Rashi would mean I heard. How to use it? Whatever sentence you want to say, make it plain form. Plus rashi would mean I heard. I heard, well here, I heard the other day, but it seems like, you can translate I heard, or also like it seems like. It seems like normally you put jam on the loaf of bread and eat. Well, apparently they don't have the money to buy jam, so. まあ俺たちはってパーリコンは、まあ俺たちは普通なんて夢の話だけどな。普通。なんて is also used a lot in manga, anime, something like when you want to devalue whatever noun that you're putting. So for example, like if I say watashi nante, for someone like me, like you're putting yourself down lower than other people to be humble, I guess. 普通なんて something like normal is 夢の話 is a story of dream, meaning it's impossible for us to live a normal life, which is sad, right? 死ぬまで until we die. 借金返し終わる気しねえし。借金 again, debt. 返し comes from the verb 返す, which means to return, right? 返し終わる気しねえし。しねえ comes from しないし。She is at, listing reasons. But here, good grammar point here is 返し終わる。返し終わる here. This one, verb stem plus 終わる. 終わる means something ends, right? When you add verb stem with 終わる, then that means to finish doing something. So for example, verb stem of the verb 食べる is 食べ. So 食べ終わる means to finish eating. In this case, 返し終わる to finish returning debt until we die. 終わる気しない I don't feel like we'll finish paying off the debt until we die, because it is a huge amount of money. Just to expand on this grammar point, verb stem plus 終わる. For those who don't know what verb stem is, basically whatever verb, whenever you make the verb mas form, whatever mas, and take off mas, then that's a verb stem. So that's why the verb stem of 食べる is 食べ, because the mas form of 食べる is 食べます. Another one you can add is also 続ける. 続ける is to continue. So with a verb that's added with the verb stem, it means continue to do something. 食べ続ける means to continue to eat. Another one, 始める. 始める is to start. So with that, when you combine with the verb stem, it means to start doing something. 食べ始める means to start eating. So this whole set, it's good to memorize this as a whole set, right? 終わる and 続ける to continue, 始める to start. Whenever you combine a verb stem to any of these, then it will mean to finish doing something, to continue doing something, or to start doing something. Really convenient ground point. Okay. Ora. This one is what? 俺は死ぬまで女と付き合えねえんだろうな. Until I die. 女と女 means woman と付き合えない. Ne against ない. 付き合えない. I can't go out or I can't date a woman until I die. だろうな. Like I'm wondering, or I'm feeling, I feel like I won't be able to date a woman until I die. こんな this kind of ボロ小屋. Boro is like shitty place. In this case, 小屋 hut. This kind of shitty hut. には女呼べねえし呼べない. Again, ねえ is the casual version of the negative ない. 呼べない. I can't, invite women to this kind of shitty hut. デートする金もない. I don't have, again, ね is ない. I don't have money to go on dates. He is literally making ends meet with his precious pet. So, and his cute pet, Pochita, is like, like feeling bad for him. Such a cute pet. 夢叶うなら、女抱いて暮らしにてえな。なら also means if. Nara is usually more for a hypothetical if. So that's why in this context it's saying yume, dream, kanau, when something becomes true. So meaning if I can have my dream come true, onna daite kara, verb tefon plus kara would be after doing something, I do something. So onna, again, woman. Daite, daku is, literal meaning is to hug. But as a slang, it could also mean to have sex. So, onna daite kara. Shinitai, shinite is the casual version of tai. Shinitai, I want to die. So, from the beginning, if I can have my dream come true, I want to die after having sex with a woman. That was his dire wish, dream. Still raining really hard. And then this is, I guess, from a while ago when he was a kid. 今月の分も払わないうちに首吊りやがって. Okay. So this one, you can tell from this line from him that this grave is his dad's grave. So his dad passed away. 今月 this month's 分. This month's 分 can mean this amount. This month's amount in this case, in this context, meaning debt. 払わない again, ね is ない。払わないうちに。何々しないうちに. This one, 何々しないうち. Uchi means within. So within not doing something, meaning without doing. So without paying off this month's amount, meaning debt, 首吊りやがって. 首を吊る. Kubi means neck. 吊る means to hang. So hanging, to die. And he's just saying so cold-heartedly. So he's just complaining that even though like Denji looks so sad, I mean, of course his dad passed away, but he's just so cold-blooded, just complaining about how his dad died without paying him the debt that he owed. Okay, Gaki, meaning kid, talking to Denji. 物乞いするなり. 物乞いする. 物乞い is to beg for food. するなり. 体売るなりして. This nari is listing things as examples. So you can translate it as do something like begging for food, begging for money, or selling your body. 明日まで70万用意しろ. Until tomorrow, 70万. 70万, this is about how much? Like $4,000 about. 用意しろ。用意する means to prepare. So right after his dad died, right? He's been like really shocked and being sad. He complains about his dad dying without paying him the debt. And then immediately as he's leaving, he tells Denji to pay off $4,000 until tomorrow, doing stuff like selling his body or like begging. What a sad background story that he has. じゃなきゃ. This one is a good one. Otherwise, お前の死体をばらして売る。お前 you in a rude way 死体 dead body をばらす。ばらして is the form of ばらす to separate or dissect 売る。Otherwise, I'm gonna sell your dead body by like separate. I'm gonna separate, dissect your body and then sell you. This is the kind of world that he lives in. Okay. So this is the katakana u. When you put dots to u, it becomes the v sound, v. So So it's the onomatopoeia sound for chainsaw, right? So with that, it's like chainsaw, surprised. Akumada, he's the devil. And then he's like, 俺を殺すなら殺せよ. Again, nara is if. If you're gonna kill me, 俺を kill me, then do so, kill me. 殺せ is commanding form of 殺す. どうせ死ぬんだ. どうせ is like anyways. I'm gonna die anyways. So if you want to kill me, just kill me. I'm gonna die anyways. ... Again, it's really sad. But then he was ready to be killed, but then he's like, nothing is happening, what's going on? And he sees that devil being injured or sick, in this case injured. Kega means injury. Okay. お前も死ぬのか. You, in a rude way, you're gonna also die. This particle mo, you're gonna also die, aren't you? Question. And then him remembering how his dad died, how he hung himself. And then he's like, kame. Again, this is commanding form. Commanding form, like when you want to order someone to do something, like go home, or like, eat. Do verb, take off do, replace it with lo, and that would be a commanding form. ご飯食べろ means eat food. U verb. Change the u sound at the end to e sound, and this will be commanding form. Like ike, iku becomes ike to mean go, right? Kame. Here you can tell that it's e vowel from u verb, so that's why the original form is kamu. Kamu means to bite. So he's telling this devil to bite him so that he can recover. Such a kind boy. 悪魔は血飲めば傷治るって聞いたことがある. This one here, 聞いた past tense, verb past tense, ことがある. I heard. In this case, I have heard that when 悪魔, devil, 血 means blood, 飲めば. This is another if. If a devil drinks blood, 傷 scar, scar 治る cures って聞いたことがある. I've heard that whenever, if can be also translated as when a devil drinks blood, they can cure their scars or injury. 死にたくないなら噛め. Okay, this is another if. In this one episode, it's using all kinds of if except for the to if. To is also if, which we might encounter soon. If you don't want to die, then bite me. And then gabu. Gabu is onomatopoeia for biting. Gabu. I like this part. Isn't it cute? Cats do this too when they bite this, show up. It's so cute. 俺の血はただじゃねえ. Okay, my blood is ただ. Tada means free. So it's not free. Ne, again, ない. ただじゃない. My blood is not free. これは契約だ. 契約 means contract. This is a contract. はい。お前を助けてやるから俺を助けろ。はい。助けてやる. This one is the 手あげる that we learned earlier. 手あげる. Yaru is rougher version, but it's basically same meaning. What's connected to this ground point is tasukete. The form of tasukeru is to help. So I'm gonna help you, so ore o tasukero. Help me. Okay, so that's the contract that he's talking about. やっぱ俺も死にたくねえ。やっぱ comes from やっぱり expected, or like when I thought it in this context maybe. Or like you can translate it as on second thought, 俺も死にたくない。死にたくねえ is ない。I also don't want to die. And then to that Yakuza guy, right? He's like, becha onomatopoeia for dropping something that's liquid-ishy. 俺をデビルハンターで雇ってくれませんか？はい。ないないませんか？ Negative ないないないない right? Would mean why don't you? Suggesting someone to do something. What he's suggesting is 雇ってくれませんか? Again, using that てくれる. So, can you hire me as a devil hunter? Okay? And that's how he started. That's how he became a devil hunter. Like, I guess, unofficially, just for paying off the debt. 腹減って眠れねえ。腹減って。腹 means stomach in a rough, casual way. 減って is the form of 減る decrease. So stomach decreases meaning hungry. Hungry. I'm hungry, I can't sleep. 眠れない。眠れない。I can't sleep. 寝れねえと、oh, it did happen. This last if. Since all the if we have seen, let me just quickly explain all the ifs. Right? To is more for like 100% cause and effect. When, like, if it rains, the ground will be wet. This cause, rains, ground being wet. It always happens, 100%. This kind of certain if. That's why this to can be translated as when as well. When it rains, the ground gets wet. Another one, nara. This if is if something, then. This then is important. Hiragana nara kakemasu. If it's hiragana, then I can write. Next if is ba. Ba I explained earlier, this is more for hypothetical situation. Emphasis on that. Like, if I were to win the lottery, I would buy this. That kind of hypothetical one. What's in the middle, which is the most important, is tara. That we have been seeing a lot. Again, ta comes from the past tense of whatever word that you connect to. This tara can be used, because it's in the middle, can be used in any situation. And also, tara can be used for both casual speech and polite speech. Usually to, nara, ba, many times these are used more in polite speech. So again, whenever you want to use if, just stick with tara. This is always the best. Okay, back to this one. 寝れねえと、寝れないと。If I can't sleep, 借金のことを考えてもっと寝れねえ。借金のこと thinks about the debt 考えて I think about the debt and もっと寝れない I can't sleep even more もっと is like more. So with that, this one too, like I said, if is for 100% cause and effect, so you can also translate it as when. When I think about, or like whenever I think about the debt, I can't sleep even more. Oh wait, no. Whenever I can't sleep, I think about the debt that I have and can't sleep even more. Really relatable. Debt is just a terrible, terrible invention. It follows you wherever you go, regardless of what you do. Crazy. So depressing. 決めた I have decided. 今日寝たら見る夢 The dream that I will see if I sleep today 食パンにジャム塗ってポテトと食って女とイチャイチャしたりして一緒に部屋でゲームして okay. This is just one sentence. Everything connected with Teflon. It's also using the study, the tari. Tari is for listing sentences or like verbs as examples. So, again, I have decided the dream that I will have when I sleep today is I'm gonna put jam on bread. ポチタと食って eat with ポチタ。女とイチャイチャする。イチャイチャする is to likeイチャイチャする in a romantic way, like cuddle with someone or like, do sexual stuff. Do some sexual stuff with women. 一緒に部屋でゲームして play games in a room together. 抱かれながら眠るんだ。We did cover daku earlier. Daku means to hug, but it can also imply to have sex. This one is dakareru. It's conjugated to a passive form, to be hugged, or in this context, to be laid. 抱かれながら while being laid, 眠るんだ I'll sleep. いいだろ Isn't it good? And then Pochita says waff. I guess he's agreeing. But then he suddenly pukes. Like, just pukes blood off. Boba. Onomatopoeia for puking, I guess, in this case. Waff. He's worried. And then kon kon, onomatopoeia for someone knocking. And then he says, Ore no ka-chan sa, you know, my mom, shinzo no byoki, shinzo is heart. No byoki, illness. Heart disease. で、血吐いて死んだんだとよ。だと in this context means like I heard, implying that he wasn't there when his mom died, which is also sad. It seems like you can translate it. It seems like my mom died of heart disease. She died by coughing out blood. デンジ悪魔が出た。デンジ悪魔が出た。出る comes out, so devil came out. Denji. 仕事だぞ. It's work. Time for work. 夢くらい見させてほしいよな。ないないさせてほしい。ないない。This one. Causative form. Te form plus 欲しい means let me do something. Let me have dream. Like even dream. Implying that you can't even let me have dreams. Which is again sad. This whole first episode is really depressing and sad, but it's really relatable at the same time. Of course, my life hasn't been this bad, but I think many people can relate to his upbringing. こんなとこに悪魔出たんですか? こんなとこ this kind of place, とこ short version of ところ means place に悪魔出たんですか? Devil came out at this kind of place. 見当たらないですけど、見当たる is to find. I can't find though. どっか隠れたんですかね。どっか short version of どこか somewhere. Did it hide somewhere? 隠れる hide. He doesn't say anything. And he's like, Denji を Hey Denji, 俺たちはてめえに感謝してんだぜ。てめえ is similar to お前 rude way to say you. 感謝する appreciate. We are appreciating you, just to let you know. あ、はい。Oh, okay. 犬みたいに従順だし。従順 loyal. You're loyal like みたい。みたい means みたい。You're loyal like a dog. 犬みたいに安い報酬で働いてくれる。You work for us, using background point. You work for us for a cheap reward or like pay like a dog. Again, just everything that they say is just so like, disrespectful and, terrible. はあ。でも俺は犬は臭くて綺麗だ。But in terms of dogs, they are 臭い。臭い is stinky. Stinky and I hate them. 嫌いだ。綺麗だ。ガサ。Something moves. And then, ズン。ずし。Stabbing. Both. Denji and ポチタ。And then, 俺たちヤクザもよ。Us ヤクザ2。もっと強くなって稼ぎてえからよ。てめえみたいに悪魔と契約することにしたんだ。Okay. Us ヤクザ2。もっと強くなって稼ぎてて is the want to tie. Sorry, my handwriting is so bad. We want to 稼ぐ to make money. We want to get stronger. もっと is more. We want to get stronger and make more money. So から So てめえみたいに、just like you 悪魔と契約することにした。Whatever verb ことにする means to decide to do something. So we have decided to have a contract with a devil. はい。And then he says, 俺たちが望むのは This no is no with verb dictionary form would make the verb ing as a noun. So in this case, as a noun meaning you can also translate it as like for example, the fact that we, in this case, the fact that we, or like what we long for, what we desire, Nozomu is desire. What we desire is 悪魔の力 the power of devils. 僕が望むのは and then the devil says 僕が望むのは What I desire is デビルハンターの devil hunters 死 death. And then the hunter くん Hey devil hunter マジこいつらバカだよめっちゃバカ Really? These guys are stupid. Really stupid. 悪魔の力あげるっつったらさ、自分たちから僕の奴隷になってやがんのな。つったらって言ったら when I said that I will give the power of devil 自分たちから、from themselves 僕の奴隷になってやがんのな they have なって become my what is it what's 奴隷 in English slaves they have become my slaves on their own will その力でゾンビになっちゃうんだけどね僕ゾンビの悪魔だから with that power they in this case they become zombies though だけど僕ゾンビの悪魔だから because I am devil of a zombie. Okay, I guess it's been an hour. Let's see. I feel like we covered a lot of pages this time. I kind of went a little bit faster, a lot faster than last time, I think. Yeah, I did pretty good, right? Okay. We started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Nice. We went through a lot today. Okay, let's end it here. It's been an hour. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this or enjoyed reading this manga with me. As I always do, to end, I usually draw something. Let me try Denji. Just to remind you, I'm not good at drawing, so okay, let's just draw Denji. His right eye is gone, so like this. Let's have a cute eye, the other left eye. Happy face for him. Denji. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, thank you everyone for watching. If you're looking at this picture, I really appreciate you for watching this. I'm sorry for this terrible drawing, but thank you for watching until the end. I hope you have a good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good life. You existing is magical, mystic, and amazing. Just by you existing, it means a lot. That's what I tell myself too. So congrats for that. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon, or I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.